What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel, and today we are checking out the MJX BUGS 3H. It is the newer version of the ever popular BUGS 3 that we come to love so much, and this one here that I have is the one that does not come with the camera. There's a couple other variations to this one that comes with a 720p Wi-Fi 5G camera as well as a Wi-Fi 5G 1080p camera. And taking a look from outside of the box, looks like it still has the independent ESCs and the brushless motor, the same size as the previous BUGS 3, 1806 1800 kV motors, and looks like we are given a newer style MJX BUGS remote control that kind of resembles the MJX BUGS 3 Mini. So let's go ahead and open up the box and check this baby out. All right, I got everything out of the box and laid them out on the table, and I took the liberty of attaching the props as well as the landing legs. And I do recommend that you use these landing legs because they are the first defense when you fall from the sky and hit the ground. You rather hit the landing legs than hitting the motors directly, so it kind of softens the blow to the motors. So I do recommend that you do put the landing legs. I also took the liberty of putting an REXSO Elephone HD camera on the camera mount that it comes with. Just slide it in, so there's a room for clearing the camera as well. So another good reason to put the landing legs. Check it out. Here is the new MJX BUGS 3H. It is looking just fantastic. Very similar in design to the previous BUGS 3. Pretty much they just changed the canopy to a different style. We see that it has the same type of arms, same type of legs, motor pods, same motor, same dual bladed props. Just the bottom is slightly different from the previous BUGS 3. We have a different little locking mechanism for the action camera. So you just slide it in like so and push it all the way back. And what you do is just turn this little knob and it locks that camera mount into place. So very, very nice. Let's take a look at the battery here. The battery is identical to the previous version as well. 7.4 volt, 1800 milliamp, 25C LiPo, and I do have the original battery here. So if you look at it side to side, yeah, identical battery, guys. All right. Now, supposed to give you a runtime of, I'm not sure because it does not say, but the distance that we are given with this quadcopter here in the documentation is 200 to 300 meters. Remember when the BUGS 3 first came out, it was claiming a whopping 300 to 500 meters, which it did not quite deliver. It gave us about up to about 200 meters. Well, I'm thinking this one is going to be just about the same. So I'm going to be conservative, and this one in the documentation says 200 to 300 meters. So I'm going to keep it within about 200 meters today, guys. So taking a look at the quadcopter here, very similar to the original one, like I say, and here I have the original one. So let's go ahead and take a look side by side here. Basically, it is the same type of frame, same legs, same LED lights, same motors, same everything, except they did make a couple of changes. And what it is you see that there is a micro USB port, and that is to connect the camera that you could get, the 5G Wi-Fi camera in the 720 or the 1080, whichever one you decide to get. This one did not come with a camera, so I put my own camera here, the action camera. Unfortunately, I'm not able to control this camera from the remote control, but the ones that come with it, you are able to, and it also has the Wi-Fi connectivity as well. So we've got the familiar headlight in the front, and we got the XT30 connector in the back. Just about everything is the same. And this time around, guys, we are given screws to hold down the canopy instead of that little popping clasp that we were given with the BUGS 3, which was pretty decent. But I guess now they want to put a screw so secures the canopy in place so it doesn't accidentally pop out. So basically, Same as the Bugs 3, a different color scheme with that silver and black, which is looking pretty nice. So let's go ahead and put this down for now and check out what else we get in the box. We get some prop guards, and I do recommend that you do put the prop guards on. I took one out to see, and what you do is unscrew a couple of these screws here, put the prop guard on, and screw those screws back on, and in turn it will protect your props and the motor. So if you are a beginner, I do recommend that you do put the prop guards on. It can save your quadcopter. Now we get a balanced charger with the connection cable, the USB to micro USB connection cable. We are given some tools here, screwdriver and a prop installing little mechanism that you hold the motor in place while you screw on the prop. So that is really nice for them to do that. And we do get an extra set of props, and we do get some instruction manual, and inside we have Bugs sticker and the instruction manual, and we also get this other little diagram of the remote control and all of the functions. Oh, and look, it also is a quick start guide. So pretty nice. Yeah, very nice. And the instruction manual here. And the instruction manual looks to be pretty decent. Okay. All of the parts, and another diagram of the remote control, and couple of buttons on the back of the remote control, L1 and L2, in which the L1 is a flip button. The L2 does not have any functions, and it goes about to show you how to connect and stick calibration, gyro calibration, and all that stuff. So good to go with this instruction manual, and a parts list towards the back of the instruction manual. So very, very nice. Now let's take a look at the remote control. Let me go ahead and put all this stuff to the side here. All right, so let's take a look at the remote control here, and it is looking familiar, kind of like the MJX BUGS 3 Mini remote control. And we know that these are just for looks, the double antennas. So we got the light on and off switch here, and we got the arming switch here and disarming, short press to arm and long press to disarm. We got the speed, low and high, and we got the camera button. If you were to have gotten the camera version, this will work to take photos and videos. Here's some trim buttons here, and here's the mode switch. We are in mode 2, which is the altitude hold mode. So the throttle stick bounces back to the mid position, and flicking it over to mode 1, you do not have altitude hold. So the documentation in the web page is stating that it has a semi stabilized mode and stabilized mode. Well, that's what it is, guys. It does not have any semi stabilized mode, which was a little bit misleading, and I thought maybe that was like an horizon mode or something like that, but it does not have that. It just has with altitude hold and without altitude hold. Now there's also an X position on this remote control, and I found that looking in this documentation, it says here null, and it says don't slide to the null X position. All right, so I guess that's a dangerous spot somewhere in between the two modes, so we will not check that out. All right, so there's another button in the back. Well, there's two buttons in the back. This one is the L1, and it does the flips. The L2 does not have any functions. And right on the corner here, there's like a rotary dial type of a knob, but it does not function. All right, so let's go ahead and put the battery in this bad boy here, the new BUGS 3H, and check this baby out. All right, guys, we are just about ready to go with the new BUGS 3H. So let's go ahead and plug this baby in, the XT30 connector. There you go. The ESCs have calibrated. So I believe the very first time, if you are unbound with this transmitter, you got to hold the arming switch and turn on the remote control, and that will pair the two. All right, it always comes already paired right out of the box from the factory, but if it does get unpaired, then that is how you pair it up. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Turning off the light here. There you go, turn off the light. I got my action camera already recording, and both sticks to the bottom and to the right will calibrate the gyros. There you go, the lights turn on and we have been calibrated. All right, so let's go ahead and check it out. We're going to start off with the altitude hold mode here in mode 2. So just hit this button and the throttle stick springs back to the mid position here. So just leave it there, hit the arming button, just hit it, and the motors turn on, and hold the throttle stick all the way down and the motors turn off. All right, so in mode 1 without the altitude hold, put the throttle stick all the way to the bottom and then hit the arming button once and it arms it, and holding the arming button disarms the motor. All right, so I'm going to put it in mode 2 in altitude hold mode, arming it. So let's go ahead and check this baby out. Nice. There you go. Altitude hold. There's a little breeze taking it away. Let me bring it back over here. Yeah, the breeze is blowing from behind me. Nice. Okay, what speed are we in? Okay, we were in speed number 2. Here is speed number 1. Very responsive. Very nice. Okay, let's send it up a little bit. (200 to 300 meter distance, guys. Yep, looking pretty nice. All right, speed number 1, cruising about. Can see that headlight from far away. So nice and bright headlight there, and the wind is just picking up too. All right, that was speed number 1. Pretty decent for taking videos, and the wind is just picking up like crazy all of a sudden. Supposed to be a calm day. Yeah, this thing has no problem fighting the wind even in speed number 1, so very nice. All right, let's check out the flips. I want to send it up a little bit, get some altitude, and there you go. All right, does pretty decent flips. It doesn't drop in altitude that much. There you go, brushless motor flips. Okay, you got to hold the flip button down and do the direction of the flip that you want. So very nice and forceful flips, guys. Very nice. All right, so let's go to speed number 2. Oh yeah, we got a lot more finer control, more pitch, and the yaw speed has increased. Nice. I would say the flying characteristics is just about the same as the BUGS 3. Same motor, so you can't expect too much. But now that we have altitude hold, it helps out a little bit. But if you are a experienced pilot, then sometimes the altitude hold can kind of hold you back. So it was nice of MJX to include the professional mode. And that one is without the altitude hold. So let's go ahead and check that out. Flicking it to mode 1. There you go. And it is just dropping because it does not have altitude hold. So here we go without altitude hold. So you can practice your throttle control in this mode. So once you get used to flying it around, if you are a beginner in altitude hold, then you can flick it over to the professional mode, the semi-stabilized mode as they're calling it. Nice. And we are in speed number 2, and looks like we got a pretty good amount of flight time. Man, this thing is just awesome. 200 to 300 meter distance. So you can just take it up in the sky and do some aerial video capturing, checking out the lake. All right, that's pretty high. So very, very nice. I really like it. And for the price, you can't go wrong. If you guys did not already get an MJX BUGS 3, here's your chance to either get the original one now or this new upgraded version. And this one is looking sick with that silver and black color scheme. Oh yeah, it flies fantastic too, very smooth. Hopefully there's no jello. And hopefully I'm not getting any landing legs and stuff like that in the video capture with the camera. I chose this camera because it is silver and black as well, the REXSO Elephone 4K camera. I set the camera on 2K mode because that is my favorite resolution on this camera. So hopefully we are taking some good videos. And check it out, we got tons of flight time, man. Okay, let's bring it down closer. The lights are still good, no light activity. Very nice. Looking very smooth, guys. Awesome. Feel the power of the brushless motors. And the breeze has died off, thank God. Nice. Let's do some speed passes. Nice. Very nice. Now, I want to check out and see whether or not this will bind with the MJX BUGS 3 mini remote control, which I already have done a antenna mod so I can put external devices like the 2-watt booster. That'll be interesting to put an all-in-one camera on this thing and do some FPV. I'm probably going to do a mod, FPV mod, put a camera inside because it has tons of room, just like the BUGS 3, to put whatever you want. You can even put an all-in-one inside. There's so much room in there. But I'm probably going to put a nice little transmitter, separate unit with a camera, and just permanently attach it on the inside there, because this looks like it's going to be a fantastic of an FPV cruiser. And with the antenna mod on the transmitter, you are able to go about 600 meters without any problems. Now there's a new protocol on the jumper remote that you can download. It's the BUGS 3 protocol, and check it out, guys. That is the LVC warning beeping, and the lights on the bottom of the quadcopter is flashing, both blue and the white ones in the front. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring it in for a landing. It's always good to land once you hear that beep so you don't overheat the battery and deplete it too much. Alright, so that is the flight time of the brand new MJX BUGS 3H. Alright guys, here we are back at it on the table again. I got a brand new battery in there. This is from the original MJX BUGS 3. Fits in there perfectly. So what I want to do here is I got the MJX BUGS 3 mini remote control, which I have done the antenna mod to. I just want to see if it binds to this remote control as well. So let's go and check it out. So I'm going to put the remote control in a binding mode by holding the arming and turning on the remote control. It is in a binding mode. As you can see, the red light is flashing, and we're going to power up the quadcopter. Get that plug in right. Okay, I think it bound, but the transmitter has solid red lights, but it's giving off a continuous beep. Okay, let's see if all of the functions work. Let's see, we got the lights here, and I'm turning off the light, and the light does turn off. Okay, so can we arm? The BUGS 3 mini remote control has a mode 1, which is the stabilized mode, and mode 2, which is the acro mode. I don't think the acro mode will work with this quadcopter because this quadcopter is not an acro quadcopter. So let's go ahead and arm it and check it out. It works. Let me go ahead and take off. Alright, we can fly this thing with the MJX BUGS 3 mini remote control. No altitude hold, but I do have the antenna mod, and I can put my 2-watt booster and fly this thing 600 meters. So that is just fantastic that it works. Alright, bring it down, but it has this annoying beep, kind of like when I tried to use the BUGS 3 remote control with the BUGS 6 and BUGS 6 remote control with the BUGS 3, and vice versa. It has that same effect. Alright, so let's flick it over to mode number 2, which is supposed to be acro mode, but I don't believe it has acro mode, so we'll check it out. Arming it, and let's take off. Yeah, it is still stabilized, so we do not have any kind of difference here. Just same thing. Mode 2 and mode 1 will be the same, stabilized flying for the new BUGS 3H. Alright, so we found out that it works with the BUGS 3 mini remote control with the brand new BUGS 3H. Alright, here we go with our first FPV flight with the brand new MJX BUGS 3H. Now, very nice view from the top of the canopy, looking pretty fantastic with that new canopy. So very nice. Let's go ahead and check it out. Turn the light off. So let's go ahead and check this baby out. FPV with the MJX BUGS 3H, 200 to 300 meters. So we should be good to go to explore our surroundings somewhat. Alright, I do believe we are in speed number 2. So let me go ahead and check it out. Yeah, now we are back down to speed number 1, which will be a little bit less jerky on the movement of the sticks. Oh yeah, it is a smooth flyer so far from my vantage point here, and I do believe there was a slight miscommunication right there trying to make that turn, but no beeping on the remote control, so pretty nice. It's a great view from up here, and I couldn't wait until I do my actual FPV mod, and I just had to use this all-in-one, just double side sticky tape to the canopy, and you know, it's pretty decent this way as well. I really like to look at the props, the arms. Very nice, awesome. So very smooth of a flyer too, this one. That's the view from the top, and let me go and check out my area here. And the antenna on the remote control is lying down sideways, so you want to stay in front of the remote control for maximum distance, and not to the side where the signals are the weakest. Alright, so there I am in the middle of the field, and this thing is flying just fantastic. I don't see any oscillations or anything like that, so awesome. And you know, people have been flying their MJX BUGS 3 with a 3-cell battery, but whenever I try to do that, I do get a lot of vibrations. So for smooth cruising, stick with the 2-cell batteries. That is recommended, and it comes with the quadcopter. And I do have a couple of other aftermarket batteries that I have, 2300 milliamp, so I got 4 batteries in total now. Awesome, check it out. Do some proximity flying, but I do have altitude hold, so it's a little bit hard to control, guys, with the altitude hold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get out of the altitude hold by switching over to mode 1 now. Let me go ahead and feel my switch. Okay, on the fly switch. Now I am not in altitude hold anymore. I am in the what they call the professional mode now. So I thought I saw somebody walking around in this area right here. Yeah, it looks like I saw someone walking around. Don't want to get too close to them. I think they're in the pavilion area. So, all right, so let's check it out right here. Ooh, they're right here. So let me get out. Woohoo! Let me go the other way. We still got connection on the opposite side of the trees. So pretty good distance with the remote control without any modifications. So if you're just going to do some FPV and not too far distance, this remote control is excellent. Yeah, you don't even have to do any modifications. Check it out. Hopefully I don't just drop out of the sky. So like I said before, landing legs helps to absorb the impact if you do fall from the sky. So don't go too far, and if you do go far beyond 200 to 300 meters, like they recommend you to stay within, and you start hearing that beep that you are starting to go too far, the warning, don't turn your quadcopter around, but stay in the same position and just come back towards you. Just pull it towards you, because once you make that radical 180 degree turn, sometimes that disconnects the remote control from the quadcopter, and thus you will just lose your quadcopter from the sky. So this is not bad, guys. My first FPV flight with the MjX BUGS 3H, and I like it. It is awesome. Flies very smooth, very good controls here, and we do have some breeze kicking in too, so very nice. I'm going to go up in altitude and check out the surroundings, and there you go, started to beep. low battery warning. So let me go ahead and bring it in for a landing. Nice. Oh yeah, very smooth, guys. Very smooth of a flyer. And give it a landing right around here. That looks like a good spot to land. Nice. Hit this arm, and there you go. Our first FPV flight with the MJX BUGS 3H. It was really nice. Alright guys, so there you have it, the new MJX BUGS 3H. Flown it with the remote control that it came with, did the line of sight, and also put a REXSO Elephone action camera, so take some aerial videos with this baby, and it just flies fantastic. I do recommend this quadcopter. It is a smooth of a flyer, and the design is just fantastic. It just looks sick with that gray and that black color combination. Awesome looking quadcopter, guys, and I couldn't wait until I do a permanent FPV mod. I just had to do some FPV flying with the AKK A3 all-in-one and powered that up with a 1-cell battery, flown it with the battery that it came with, and I also flew it with the battery of the MJX BUGS 3 for the FPV flight. And the initial video and the exit video that you are about to see, I've flown it with the 2300 milliamp aftermarket battery, the 7.4. I'll put all of these in the link down below. And in the intro video and the exit video that you are about to see, I've flown it with the MJX BUGS 3 mini remote control with the 2-watt booster, and it works just fantastic. It beeps, but after you fly for a little bit, the beep suddenly disappears, and you are able to just fly it without that annoying beep, and it goes the distance, as you saw on the intro clip and you're about to see on the exit clip. All right, so there you go, my review and test flight of the brand new MJX BUGS 3H. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time.